What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rhodes coming at you with another video. This one kind of caught my attention because a couple of about a video ago, I talked about what line does private security fall under. So, as I mentioned on that video, some of you say green, some of you say yellow, a few of you may say purple, a few of you may not say anything, and I tend to agree with not anything because I have worked. This is from my own experience. I've worked in places where it's very cutthroat. People, you got guards getting pissed off at the other. This has happened. I've worked with people that I'll give you two instances. One is serving 10 years prison sentence for molestation of a child. Another one is doing time for sexual molestation of his own kid. And that's two instances that's happened to me. Now that being said, we weren't exactly on the same page. In, in one instance, the guy didn't want to be around me. I didn't want to be around him. We're just there that you're just there, kind of you're putting your time together. And one thing I've learned very early on in this profession, your ego's got to go out the door. Because your life may depend on what your partner does, and vice versa. In this video, this happened just in the last couple of days. We're going to talk. I'm going to play it. I'm going to do it under the Fair Use Act. That we're playing this video for educational purposes, and we're going to talk about an incident where a security guard shot another security guard that worked for the same place. And I'm going to stop it, give it periodically here and there. I'm going to give you my take on this. So, without further ado, here we go.
Dead after he was shot in Southwest Houston. The suspect has turned himself in, and police say both men are security guards. It happened in a commercial area along Harwin Drive near Fondren. Stephen Goen joining us live near the scene with more on all. Stephen, what are you learning?
Man, both of these men, police say, worked as security guards.
Already, the fact is that they both security guards works at the same place. This kind of tells me they knew each other, and there was some internal beef about something.
In the area right here behind me. At this hour, police have now cleared the scene, but we want to show you some video. Take a look. This is the investigation from earlier in the day. Police say they received multiple reports of a shooting at this location around 6:30 in the morning. One of those calls came from the suspect himself, according to HPD. We're told that suspect stayed at the scene until police arrived.
He stayed at the scene. Possibility that security guard may have just realized, oh, what did I do? And he may have shot him kind of after in the heat of the moment. And then when reality sets in, he's like, what did I do? But I'll stop it. I'll stop it here because there's one thing I want to talk. One thing I want to talk about on this. One, it goes on. I'm going to put a link to the original video in the description so you can watch this for yourself. In the video, they talk about both guards are being in their 60s. I question, and this kind of includes me. This includes me because I'm not getting any younger. Are you work? And this is the thing. Here's the problem I have with contracted security companies. It doesn't matter which one, Allied Universal, Securitas, G4, whatever the case may be. Why are you putting people over 55 in a high risk post like that? But that's another video. But anyway, this tells me they both knew each other, and it also goes to show when you got that internal beef, when you got that beef amongst one another, and you're competitive, and I've seen this happen in my own career. There's people that work a post longer than I have. Well, I'm in charge. I'm the guy in charge. I'm the guy in charge. I don't give a flying rat's behind. The thing is, we're here to do a job. If I'm working with others, and this has happened. If we're working with others, then we got to be on the same page. That's all there is to it. There you go. What my feelings might be toward I may not like that person, but when I go on shift, we're going to get along because, again, as I go back to it, my opinion, whether I go home at the end of shift or not, could depend on what he does, and whether he goes home at the end of shift or not can depend on what I do. And I'll tell you this, that a captain said to me a long time ago, and this, I don't see this out there, and this has got to happen for the survival of the profession. Learn to care about your fellow coworkers, because the world out there don't give two flips about you. I've said this before in a couple of other videos. The world out there, it's going to be your fault. No matter what, when something happens, it's always security's fault. Let's just put it that way. It's always security's fault.
But I thought like the post orders, and I did what the post orders said.
It don't matter. When push comes to shove, something happens. You follow the post orders. You could be kicked off the post, or even fired from. They'll cut you in the New York Mint and get some other body. You ain't special. I love this line from Steven Seagal in Under Siege. We're all puppets in the same sick play. We serve the same master. He's a lunatic and he's ungrateful. Ain't nothing we can do about it. We're all the same.
But my owner's what he cares about.
Yeah, he might care about you until something hits the fan. Anyway, I'm going to put a link to this video. I'm going to put a link to the original video in the description. You guys can watch this for yourself. With that being said, trust is earned, loyalty is returned. See you on the next video.